Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Jeremy Baker here on this Wednesday, hump day. How's your day going? Hopefully you're staying cool out there. It is a hot one and it's going to stay that way for a while. And, well, it's summer. It's expected, but at least it's mid-July, not like May or June when we had that other heat wave. So here we go again. Excessive heat warning in effect, and also that means a lot of air conditioning use, but CPS Energy says it is an energy demand day, so try to conserve your energy use between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m., which is the maximum heat of the day, and we are expecting a lot of that heat. Feel free to ask any questions or comment. I'll be following along on the phone as always. It's already very warm outside and humid, 89 degrees, partly cloudy skies at the airport, dew points at 74, so that humidity is up there at 61%, and for this time of day, that's actually pretty high, so it's not very comfortable outside. Winds out of the south-southwest at 9 miles per hour, and the barometer 29.91, and that's going up, showing us that high pressure overhead is strengthening, and that's what brings us all the heat. There's the satellite and radar, nothing to be found radar-wise, just the clouds up there, but they are not rain-bearing clouds, unfortunately. It is definitely going to be a dry forecast today. The closest rain way off east of Houston, so even Houston is not getting anything right now, but a lot of humidity. How do I translate that from Spanish to English? Maria, hello. I took French in high school. I should have taken Spanish. I don't know what I was thinking, but at least I know how to make a crepe. All right, so the current temperatures, again, 89 in San Antonio, 89 in Del Rio, 88 Eagle Pass, 95 for George West, 85 in Fredericksburg, Rock Springs, 82, Floresville, 90, Seguin, same story, and 92 for Pleasanton and Gonzales. Yep, George West, it looks like, is the hot spot. Rock Springs, you're the cool spot, 82. It's so hot that you can tell who has plastic surgery because their faces are melting. I'm guessing that's where that goes, David. I love it. I was telling somebody from home not to visit during the summer because all of her makeup will melt off, but I guess that works for plastic surgery. All right, so here's what it feels like outside. The worst of it is off to the east. Gonzales 104, Seguin 100, New Braunfels 102, San Marcos 102. Of course, down south, hotter there. Feels like 105 in George West and Beeville, 104 in Cotulla, 96 in Hondo, and just 86 in Rock Springs. That's where you want to be today. So if you're watching from there, you got the good stuff. All right, here's the water vapor satellite. You can see where we have the browns and the brighter, I wouldn't even call that brown, maybe, the brighter browns, brown-yellow mix. That's where you have the driest of the air, and that is in the northern hill country right now, working its way down here. We could definitely use that, and it looks like it's going to try to make it down here. I don't think it's going to make it all the way through all of our counties, but any reduction in the humidity will definitely help because that drives up that heat index, and that's going to be high today. No major weather systems affecting us. You can see that blow up of clouds around Arkansas, Louisiana. That's where that rain was I was talking about. Extreme East Texas and looks like Louisiana. Ariel, what will the temperature be like around Crystal City? I'd say low 100s, between 100 and 102, 103 today. Not very pleasant at all. Heat index above 110, which is why we have an excessive heat warning in effect today and also tomorrow because that heat index is going to be exceeding 110 degrees. So stay inside, or if you're outside in the shade, because the temperature, the high of the day, 104, that is in the shade, in the sun, much higher than that. All right, so here's your futurecast. You can see the clock in the corner starting out at 5 this afternoon, and you see a lot of triple digits there. Very few locations not in the triple digits. Rock Springs, you might not. 99. Close, though. Heading into the rest of tonight, you'll see some clouds come back in. We'll start tomorrow, much like we're starting today and right now. Partly cloudy skies. Temperatures mid to upper 70s to around 80 degrees. No problem, Ariel. My pleasure. And then by the end of tomorrow, once again, more of the same. We're going to see a lot of sunshine, a lot of the clouds depart, no rain. Temperatures again, upper 90s and lower to middle 100s for daytime highs tomorrow. And you're not going to see much of a change in the 7-day forecast. So if you like the heat, you'll like the 7-day. If you don't, well, you're not going to like the 7-day. Personally, I do not. All right, it's a muggy night tonight. Partly cloudy skies, 75. Let's go to today first, though. And that, we'll say today, not Saturday. It is Wednesday. So we're starting out with partly cloudy skies. By noon, I'll say 98, a humid day. Probably not going to get quite that high by noon. It's only about an hour away, and it's 89. But forecasting a high of 104. So it's going to be a very hot afternoon once again with those mostly sunny skies. Add in the humidity, of course, it'll feel much hotter than that. Tomorrow we go down to 103, maximum heat index right now calculated at 108, but we do still have that excessive heat warning. And then Friday, a breezy day, a high of 102. That's the coolest of the next 7. And then for the rest of the 7-day, including the weekend, a high of 103 each day, a low of 78, and a heat index between 105 and 110 with those light south or south-southeast winds. So there you go. No rain in the forecast, lots of 100s in the forecast. So do your best to stay cool, drink plenty of fluids, water, of course, avoid caffeine and alcohol if you're outside. And that's about it. I'll have more in your forecast coming up today at noon. And Audrey Castorena will have your news. And we hope to see you then. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.